Hello, welcome. So surprise, this is a workshop. You all have these mysterious papers in the center of your table. Please unfurl them. If you're looking for a place to sit, find a table with that's less busy. Maybe, can I get these two tables to merge? Sorry to uproot you, but it'll just help with conversation. You'll all each need a handful of pink and purple Post-its. You will need both colors because we're going to be color-coded on how we handle them. So just an overview, we're going to have an intro to brainstorming, and then we have 2 questions, and you'll have 2 minutes per question to to brainstorm on your own. And then we'll have 4 minutes to organize what y'all have written on your Post-its into themes within each table. And then those black dots on the center of the tables, those you'll use in the last 2 minutes to mark your top priorities. And then we'll report out to the room. So that's our agenda in a nutshell. That would be the laser pointer. So intro to brainstorming for the format for this session. The goal is going to be come up with as many ideas as you can. Don't edit yourself. Just write down the things that come to mind. You're going to write down each idea on a separate Post-it note. The reason for this is when we get to the organizing stage, it'll be most useful if each idea is a separate Post-it. And yeah, free your mind from constraints. Suggest whatever idea comes to you, even if you don't think it's feasible. A great way to think when you're brainstorming is, if I had a magic wand, I would do this. And feasibility is what you worry about when you actually have to implement it. For now, the goal here is to really come up with ideas. So everybody's going to need a pen. If anybody doesn't have a pen, raise your hand. Okay, great, wonderful. So once we've brainstormed, we're going to have 4 minutes to discuss and organize Post-its into themes. You'll want to place similar or related ideas next to one another in clusters. They're Post-its, so they'll be easy to move. Don't stress too much over it. And if you have time in that limited amount of time, you can start to write themes next to each cluster of Post-its. So you don't have to start writing yet. I'm going to give you both questions before we kick off. But question 1 is, where are you getting frustrated when you use teleport? Or reframed, what really needs improvement in teleport? Question 2, and again, I'll let you know when it's time to start. What new features do you want to see in 2025 or beyond? And another way to think about this would be what would make your job better, or what would make your job easier in teleport? Okay, so I'm going to start the timer. Notice here we have these color-coded. Frustrations go in pink, and new features go in purple. I'm showing you both just in case you get stuck on one, you can move to another. But I'm going to give you 2 minutes to start on the first question, and then I'll give you another 2 minutes for the second. Any questions before we kick off? Okay, then starting the timer. Where do you get frustrated when you use teleport? What needs improvement? Just write your ideas down. Right now it's individual brainstorming, so we'll discuss as we organize. So yeah, this is the pink Post-its. Okay, and now, next up, what new features do you want to see in 2025 and beyond? What will make your job better? What will make your job easier? And I'm not strictly enforcing. If you want to keep complaining about what's frustrating you, you're welcome to. But I've started the timer for another 2 minutes. Okay, and now we have a little discussion and grouping session. So cluster these, take the Post-its. It looks like, so you do have 2 pages if you need them, or you can try to, if you don't have a ton of Post-its, you can put it all on 1 page. But yeah, group like ideas and discuss a bit. We've got 4 minutes. Okay. Next up, which items are most important to you of all of the things that y'all have identified? Now, each of you gets 4 black dots, and you can distribute those dots however you want. You can put all of them on one thing. You can put them on 4 different ideas. You can put them all on frustrations or all on new ideas. You'll have 2 minutes to decide where to prioritize. Okay. Now I would love for a volunteer from each table. You're going to have about 90 seconds each to report out some interesting findings. Can we get a volunteer from this table? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Kent. All right, here we are. Everyone can read this, can't they? On our table, I've got it, Kat. I think the main dots on Azure integration, cloud support across the board, you know. And I think next up was also the ability to copy files between hosts without having to download them. I think people have tried the headless option, haven't got it to work. Some feedback. And mobile app for approving access requests.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is
Nice.
also our most upvoted mobile app on a GitHub issue. So,
Awesome.
And last one is more explicit options for roles. What's the max? What's the limit if there's something?
Oh, sure. Awesome. Thank you. Next up, can we get a volunteer from this table here to report out? Anybody? Nice. Thank you. Thank you for your sacrifice.
Twice today, I guess. Okay. Let's see. So.
I can hold for you.
Thank you. My arms are a little short. I think from the frustration side, the lack of OCI is a bit prominent one for our table. I think the general theme is like we want to be able to centrally see all of the cloud IAM policies or manage all the cloud IAM pieces. And right now, I think 3 of the clouds are supported today. OCI would be nice to support. I think there's even more support for AWS, but a little bit less for the other 2, like Azure and OCI. So some of the other ones were around that area as well.
Awesome.
Another bit was the frequent releases of Teleport. I think that was another major one for us. Also, it would be nice to have AWS session recording.
Okay.
And then I think from the improvement side, I think we like some SIEM integration.
Okay.
There's also one for AWS SSM has an ability to execute a generic task across a fleet of servers. Since the agent's already running everywhere, I think that would be a nice feature improvement to be able to track like a single task execution or like an Ansible playbook execution across a specific fleet of servers, given like a playbook or something like that,
Cool.
or given a label. I think there was another one around. Sorry.
Oh, no problem.
Session recording integration, access analyzer, refining. Okay, so this one is around if we're adding IAM policies. I think we want to like know whether these IAM policies, like permissions, are being used, like for example on AWS.
And that is time. Thank you so much. And a volunteer from this table. Thank you so much.
Yep, on our table, we had a big discussion around notifications. Like Teleport has all this rich information from the audit log, getting reporting, notifications sent, maybe notifications on unusual activity that are occurring in the audit log, like if something
Okay.
happens 10x.
Oh, sure. Okay.
So we talked a lot about that. A requested feature that got 3 stickers for us was access to networking devices. It's a common challenge. They don't support how we like to access, but if we could wave that magic wand, I think that's been a big sticking point for a lot of people. And last but not least, we had a few that centered around the new user experience getting simpler, like increasing the teleport discover flows and some of the pain points there, having to work with YAML, how you gather the debug information, improvements in that area were things we were discussing.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, next up, a volunteer from this table. Who will be our tribute? Awesome. Thank you, Shin.
All right.
Oh, and I can hold if you'd like.
Thank you. All right, I think we categorize them a little bit. Our most voted on category definitely is around the UI. So there's a lot of things that can be done but cannot be done from the UI easily. So for example, we have adding machine ID boss through the UI. We have database and kube sessions in web UI. I think these are all things that people would find interesting. The second one here is upgrading to upgrading to a new version of Teleport. A lot of our customers have run into this, and we obviously feel the same sort of at this table, feel the same frustrations here, which is when you update to a new major version, you have to get all of your agents up to a particular version before you update your Teleport platform, and that's kind of a pain. So definitely a lot of votes there. And yeah, even this other one that has votes, the same thing. Like Teleport end of life, longer support Windows, and longer support for older versions. Exact same sort of theme. Yeah, those are pretty much it.
Awesome. Thank you. And last but not least, thank you, Paul.
Cool. So we didn't put our notes into groups. I'll go down the most voted on. So here we've got 2 votes for RDP support is still not good enough for power users. So we can dig into what power users find lacking with our RDP support and set some priorities there. Notes with 1 vote here, Azure AD users are not persistent in Teleport. Approval pipeline doesn't support complicated scenarios. We've got Teleport Connect apps, Mac OS X, and then different versus Windows. And then some other items. When I'm trying to use Teleport UI for Ansible, it is kind of slow. It's a slow response versus if you just ping itself. And this is what you were saying. Yeah, so using a different system for Ansible versus that's not Teleport. And then let's see, there's another one where I don't even know yet on how to. Sorry about this one. Yeah, access Windows using Teleport. So over here on the improvement side, the most voted on one was the ability to import and trust CAs easily. So that would be a non-teleport CA. And then we've got, is it possible to open the, yeah, so we've also got the web GUI shell. And then theming, okay, yeah. So theming the GUI. And then continuous auditing.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. So thank you, everyone. I really appreciate all your ideas. Teleport really appreciates your ideas and your feedback. If you ever want to send feedback to me, you can reach me at this email address, and I will collect these and photograph all of them, so and digitize them. So even if something didn't get read out loud this afternoon, it will get recorded. So thank you all very much for your ideas, and now we are going to a 30-minute break. We'll reconvene upstairs on the 15th floor at 3:15. Thanks again.